Welcome, Hallmark Academy. My name is Dara. I am here to submit to you a Spring Fling wrap-up. Hallmark Channel has concluded their lineup of spring movies for 2021, and so I am here to assess them in totality. So, over the course of these 5 weeks, we've had Chasing Waterfalls, starring Cindy Busby and Michael Russell. Then we've had Don't Go Breaking My Heart, starring Ryan Pavey and Natalia Ritchie. We've had One Perfect Wedding, starring Taylor Cole and Jack Turner, I believe his name is. And then we've had As Luck Would Have It, starring Joanna and Alan. I forget their last name. And then lastly, we ended with Right in Front of Me, starring Janelle Parrish and Marco Grazzini. So what is the overall rating that we're giving for Spring Fling? Actually, before we give an overall rating, I'm going to rate them in order of which one I liked from least to favorite. So let's start from least. Chasing Waterfalls out the gate. Okay, that is numero 5, number 5. Chasing Waterfalls didn't do anything for me. This was indeed the snow-kissed of Spring Fling, absolutely. Next, oh yeah, I would have to say One Perfect Wedding because I didn't watch it. I don't know how one I didn't watch is above Chasing Waterfalls, but that is what I'm going to say. Numero 3, and I'm doing this live, y'all. I would have to say Don't Go Breaking My Heart is number 3. Number 2 is Right in Front of Me, and number 1 is As Luck Would Have It. So here is why I chose As Luck Would Have It as number 1. Ireland. I mean, what more do I have to say? Ireland stole the show. I am obsessed, and I want to go to Ireland really bad right now. The landscape, the location was just drop dead gorgeous, and that left such a huge imprint on my imagination, on my mind, that is really the biggest thing that As Luck Would Have It has going for it. Now, Right in Front of Me is number 2, the food and the culture. 2 points, as one commenter said. She said, can we give 2 claps for Hallmark doing their first ever Asian leads where both of them are Asian. We did have the Christmas Bowl last year. I forget what their Christmas thing is called, Hallmark's Christmas thing. But they had one Asian lead. She was the woman lead was Asian, and then her whole family was Asian. But the man playing opposite her was Michael Rady, who's not Asian. So apparently this is our first movie where we're getting like 2 Asian leads, which is really, really cool. I'm just, first of all, mad it took this long. But in either event, we've made it. We're here. Let's see where we're going to go moving forward, because we have Summer Nights coming up. And I'm not privy to the lineup of Summer Nights yet. I do know that there are 3 movies that will be coming in limbo until Summer Nights begins, which I'm planning to do a preview on those 3 movies over on the Instagram. So feel free, if you haven't already, follow the Instagram account. And if you're watching this on Instagram, well, you're already here, so thanks. But yes, be sure you're following Dear Hallmark on Instagram, where I do exclusive content that you won't find here on the YouTube. Mostly I do backlog reviews, so kind of old classic Hallmark movies that I'm watching for the first time. I'll review some of them. And yeah, you'll find a lot of my preview shows will be on Instagram. You won't find any preview videos here on YouTube. You're just going to get it straight, no chaser. But I did want to, because I've been getting new subscribers. Thank you everyone who's subscribing and who is interacting and engaging in the comments. I love that. I love to see people interacting with each other, and then also the opportunity to interact with you guys to talk about these Hallmark movies, because that's what the Hallmark Academy, that's what we are. We are a council of people who come together to talk about these Hallmark, to talk about our dear Hallmark, hence the name Dear Hallmark. So I want to know what you guys thought about this year's Spring Fling, because I don't remember last year's Spring Fling because I was laid up injured, and I tore my Achilles last year, and I was going to physical therapy a lot, had surgery. That's a whole other story. But if you did watch Spring Fling, what is there a comparison? Was last year's better than this year's? And what was your favorite movie? If you've seen all of them, how would you rank all of the Spring Fling movies? Let me know in the comments how you are ranking the Spring Fling movies for 2021. My overall rating of the quality of the movies would have to be a smooth 2.75. None of these have, I mean, As Luck Would Have It, I did give As Luck Would Have It a 3 to 3.5. But again, it's not because of anything the actors contributed. It was solely because of the location. Some of the scenes were a little bit fun, like the dancing scene, her baking quality Irish food. That was okay, but all in all, I think, again, Ireland stole the show for that movie. So now, is As Luck Would Have It, can it compete with the other movies that we've seen this year? Absolutely not. It Was Always You is standing at my favorite. If I were to give a second and a third, I really like Two for the Win. And I think I like Two for the Win because that surprised me a lot. I'm normally not a fan of Trevor Donovan because he doesn't bring it for me acting wise, but he brought it for me in that movie. And if you haven't already, check out my review. I have reviewed that movie. That was the best Trevor Donovan movie I've seen. I've seen other Trevor Donovan movies. That was his best thing. And I think it was because he was so comfortable because he skis. So he was just like, you couldn't tell me he wasn't Justin O'Neill, you know? He was mad comfortable in that. So I think number 2 is definitely Two for the Win. So it Was Always You, Two for the Win. And then if I were to pick a number 3, I don't even know if anything made that much of an impression. Because here's another thing. Playing Cupid also had a heavily foodie vibe for me, but from a Mexican standpoint, which I really appreciated. And it made me want to order from a Mexican restaurant, like quality Mexican restaurant, after I watched that. I'm not sure who would be who would be taking the bronze medal as of yet, but needless to say, my favorite 2 movies so far this year are It Was Always You and Two for the Win. So I look forward to these new movies that we're going to have coming out before we see Summer Nights. I saw that there's going to be another winter movie that we're getting, which is completely out of character for Hallmark because we're about to be in summer. And it stars Steve Lund. So I'm curious as to what that is going to be. But we have Hearts Down Under. I don't know what that 2 was. We have Hearts Down Under with Cindy Busby and Tim Ross. We have Sweet Carolina with Lacey Chabert and Tyler Hines. And then we have this new winter edition, which they just released a preview for on their YouTube channel, called Baby It's Cold Inside. And this is another ice hotel movie where a journalist is traveling. She was supposed to go to somewhere tropical, but her boss is sending her to a winter destination instead, like an ice hotel instead. And I forget the the actress's real name. I don't think I've seen her in a Hallmark movie before. But Steve Lund, he's an OG to the Hallmark Channel. So it's cool to see him in a new movie. Because we saw him in that movie, the Christmas movie opposite Taylor Cole, with the keys, like the keys leading to different places around the city. That was interesting. But yes, so this is my Spring Fling wrap up. Tell me, what did you think about this batch of movies? Are you I know I asked this in the last video, but are you excited about the new movies that are coming up? What is your expectation for Summer Nights? Did you get spring feels from this movie? Because I got Jack. I got no Spring Fling feels. The only spring feels I got was the rain from As Luck Would Have It. That's it. But needless to say, let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts? What are you looking forward to? And what have you liked so far this year? So I will talk to you guys in the next video about Hearts Down Under.